my YouTube family, and thanks for stopping by. I have already connected with your energy, and I was guided to these three cards for you, which is depression, loss, and anxiety. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The depression card has shown up in your reading today because it wants you to know that big and small losses and difficulties follow us throughout life, and experiencing sadness, grief, anxiety, depressed moods, and anger at times is normal, even healthy for everyone. Excessive anxiety or depressed moods, or a sense of pervasive pointlessness that rarely goes away, on the other hand, may be a sign of depression. The symptoms of and reasons for depression varies, and it does not always encompass obvious losses or sadness. What is usually experienced by most, however, are persistently negative feelings and thoughts that are difficult or impossible to stop. You may still be able to smile or laugh, but underneath it all lies a huge amount of grief that seems like it will never go away. Nobody should go through depression alone, and with appropriate professional support and patience, it is possible to not only recover but also find a more authentic and enriching relationship with yourself and others. The lost card has shown up in your reading today because it wants you to know that endings follow us throughout life. The end of careers or jobs, or end of friendships and romantic relationship. Endings means loss, and as well as change and new beginnings. Grief. We often jump very quickly from an ending to a new beginning by bypassing the grief of what has been lost. Think about the losses you experienced in life. It can be helpful to draw a timeline and mark corresponding with your age, the losses you have experienced, and when they occurred. How did you experience and when they occurred? How did you handle them? How did you grieve them? And were you held in your grief? If neither of these things occurred, imagine how things may have impacted you. Grieving properly, reflecting on what you miss and what you would have liked to be different, can be a helpful and compassionate way to bring forth a authentic new beginning. And the anxiety card has shown up in your reading today because it wants you to know that anxiety and anxious feelings arise for many different reasons, some easy to understand and others not. Feeling anxious about starting work in a new job or waiting for test results and understandable and normal, but anxiety that comes seemingly out of nowhere or that is triggered by minor things can be trickier to navigate. Stress is a huge trigger for anxiety, but stress is not an easily defined concept, and what may seem hard to one person may trigger stress and anxiety for another. Everybody is different. What may not seem like a big deal to someone else may be a big deal to another, and it can really trigger anxiety. Overactive fear responses, sensitivity to aggression, and unresolved trauma and shame can often be found at the root of frequent anxiety. Reflect on how, in what circumstances, and how often you experience anxiety today. Are there particular things in your life that trigger it? Does your anxious response make sense to you, or do you feel there is a deeper aspect to it? Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. I would like to thank you again for stopping by and allowing me to connect with you. I hope that this reading has provided the insight that you were seeking. If this reading resonates, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you can receive notifications when I post your new reading. And if you would like to become a member of my channel or make a donation to my channel, the link is in the description and it will be greatly appreciated. Well, until next time, goodbye, my lovelies.